The producers of the Netflix series Stranger Things have expressed their regret over the decision to kill off a new character in the pilot episode of the fourth season. Late in the month of December, 7 brand new episodes or chapters of the popular science fiction fantasy series were added to Netflix. These episodes make up the first volume of the show's current run. On July 1st, 2 additional chapters titled Papa and the Piggyback will be made available to read online. Chrissy Cunningham, played by Grace Van Dien, is a well-liked student at Hawkins High School who in the first episode of the fourth season of Stranger Things, the audience was introduced to her. Chrissy is suffering from disturbing visions and other forms of psychological torment. Chrissy had some problems and sought Hawkins counseling. After a pep rally, she walked past Max Mayfield to Miss Kelly's office. Max heard her puke and asked if she was okay. She lied and asked Max to leave. When Max banged on her stall, she yelled. Her mother mocked her traumatic memories. She screamed and fell when rotten feet appeared outside her stall. Chrissy sobbed as her mother taunted and the door shook. Then she ran. After school, Chrissy walked into the woods. Near the school, she heard the clock strike. The clock's glass face shattered, releasing spiders. Chrissy's retreat hit Eddie Munson. He apologized and asked about her. Turning around, the clock was gone. Eddie and Chrissy talked drugs. Eddie offered $20 for a half ounce. Chrissy wasn't paying attention, so his girls started her. Eddie grew impatient, believing his presence made her uncomfortable and told her not to buy anything. Eddie laughed. He didn't expect Chrissy, the queen of Hawkins High, to deal drugs with him. He and Chrissy reminisced about the talent show. Chrissy asked Eddie if he had more pot than the half ounce he gave her. Max Mayfield saw Chrissy and Eddie at Eddie's trailer. Chrissy was sorry about Eddie's messy house. When asked if he was alone, he said he lived with his uncle who wasn't home. Eddie said it depended how Chrissy used drugs. Eddie left after she asked if he had the drug. The clock rang when Chrissy left. She listened from Eddie's window. She frantically called Eddie to see if he had the drugs. No one answered her cries. Chrissy ran to find Eddie. Chrissy moved to a bigger house. Desperate, she called her sewing mother. Creepy was her mother's groaning. The woman's back showed the demon. Chrissy hyperventilated elsewhere. Chrissy shut the door on her mother. When her mother told Chrissy to open the door, she screamed. After the door broke, Chrissy found her dad. Chrissy's father's eyes and mouth were gouged out when he turned around. Chrissy screaming. Eddie found Chrissy catatonic in her room. Chrissy was unresponsive when Eddie tried to wake her up. He held her name, but she was hypnotized. Trailer lights dimmed. Chrissy's trance flashed lights. Chrissy's sinister voice, a fleshy creature, descended as she watched. Chrissy ran, leaving her mumbling "Dad" and stopped when she heard loud buzzing coming from what looked like a dining room. Spiders and flies covered food. She ran past the room and found a barricade. Chrissy screamed at the door. Eddie woke her up by calling her name. He awakened her. He said he was afraid and didn't want jokes. Chrissy's trans voice got louder. Tall, silhouetted creature approached, walking it round. Chrissy feared it told her to stop crying. Chrissy was told to stop suffering and slashed. Eddie's trailer levitated Chrissy. Eddie was stunned. Eddie was terrified when she fell backwards. He fell, breaking furniture, but got up, watching Chrissy. Chrissy's arms contorted. She jumped. Jaw broke. Her bloody eyes bulged. Eddie mourned her death. Now Stranger Things creator Matt and Ross Duffer admitted they may have rushed Chrissy's story. Matt told TV Line that his band always has moments when they wonder, what have we done? We shot the drug deal scene in the woods right before wrapping, the director said. Ross continued, we'd already killed Chrissy by then. Matt continued, the scene was so beautiful. The Duffer brothers compared Chrissy's departure to the second season's loss of Bob Newby, or played by Sean Astin. I didn't want to kill Bob in season 2. Matt and the audience both liked Sean Astin's character. Sean feared dying. Winona Ryder feared he'd die. Chrissy and Bob may have a comeback. Matt continued, we'll figure out Grace and Sean. Stranger Things surpassed all English language TV shows in viewership this week. Here's NME's 4-star review of Season 4. The Duffer Brothers recently said the 5th season will be the last. Matt Duffer told NME that the band has it go. As of now, it's over. I'm sure much will change. It's one of those things you think, that's it, that's right, that's inevitable. It's one of those things you think, that's it, that's right. If you enjoyed viewing the show, we would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to it by clicking the button labeled subscribe. Make sure the notification button is activated so that you are kept abreast of all the newest videos that we upload.